My name is Raul Villarreal. I am the Special Projects Coordinator for the We Are You Project International. It gives me great pleasure to introduce a dear friend of mine, Dr. Jose Rodero.
Gracias, Raul. Thank you, Raul. Welcome to the We Are You Project International Poetry Recital within the Wilmer Jennings Gallery at Ken Kaleba. First, I want to thank Corinne and Joe Overstreet of the Wilmer Jennings Gallery for their generous support in making all of this possible. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alan Britt.
This poem is called We Are You. We rise on jaguar wings, orbiting a bronze waste before crossing the torch of liberty. We sling ruthless reds, bruised golds, and tropical greens across hurricanes chewing the Atlantic coast off Cuba. We surface the Amazon with webbed toes. Freedom's eyeglasses fogged, we enter each holy house as though entering a proverbial hall of mirrors. Aware the moon nursing Manhattan skyscrapers, also splinters the icy peaks of Peru, ignites caimans in Colombia, the Quichua in Ecuador, yucca lightning in Mexico, plus Bolivar's bones in Venezuela. We chase amnesia thermals sometimes, but mostly we prefer heirloom tomatoes, lean meats, exotic spices, multigrains, and a dozen-year-old California Syrah after an exhausting day of painting our dreams across a canvas called America.
Ruminations about Arizona's law, SB 1070. Because law, SB 1070, threatens my Fourth Amendment rights. I won't go to Arizona. I won't go to Alabama. To Utah, I will not go. Because I could, with my Latino looks, catch the eyes of despots or state officers with power to harass me, I won't go to Alabama. I won't go to Arizona. To Georgia, I will not go. Because the terrifying Tea Partiers have joined hands with the rabid right-wingers to monger fear across this land, I won't go to Arizona. I won't go to Alabama. To Indiana, I won't go. Because I dread the reincarnation of the fetid Jim Crow and any law resembling the black codes of the South. I will not go to Arizona. I will not go to Alabama or to Utah. I will not go to Georgia. I will not go to Indiana or to South Carolina. To those states willing to spit on the Bill of My Rights. I will not go. I will not go. I will not go.
Walk with Carmen. After having completed chores around the house and shutting off the television, tired of hearing those news channel talking heads chatter about Arizona's and Oklahoma's and Connecticut's anti-immigrant rhetoric, she decides to go for a walk and enjoy the gorgeous, overcast afternoon. Soft patches of violet blue slowly poking through like widening eyes in the heavens, reawakening to shower sun mist. It is always, always majestic. Oh yes, what a beautiful Saturday, she thought, walking through sleepy streets, lawns trimmed, jasmine bushes poked by hummingbirds, blonde children chasing one another while grown-ups gossip amongst themselves, some frowning, some grinning. After having walked for about 30 minutes or so, she notices screeching sounds emerging from the increasingly darkening sky. Now that sky is turning into a deafening orange, blinding and hollering. Out of the corner of her eye, a middle-aged, self-entitled man with an unjustified ego swings a blunt object at a green being. His thoughts, his words resonate and hardly fade. Go back to where you came from, alien. Go back to where you came from, alien.
It was 1965, summer and hot. Flashes kinky curled up our hair, and Diana, just out of London, listened as in tautly curved auburn hair gilded in tremolo sunlight, our newly wet otter quaking our clothes. She was touring and heading for the Alamo with no more moments to linger in Manhattan, where we'd met on Broadway, right in front of College Walk, and I said, let's meet. Go down to Mexico. And she took off her panties right there. Give these to me when we get down south of the border, George. So you think this is cool? And before the sun was under the cliffs across Broadway and over Hendrick Hudson's River, I was gone from my job at the embroidery design factory way up in the Bronx under the L. And why? I don't know why, but I thought about this movie I saw in 1966. And who the hell was Porfirio Diaz anyway? So, you think this is cool? So did I, until we saw a statue of Lord Tlaloc. He had telescopic eyes. Behind them lurked 1,000,000 lacrimal glands, presumed to turn prayers into abundant rain, and a coronary problem fed by sacrifices of conch shells, whole jaguars, jade celts, stingray spines, and woe made of palpitating living hearts. Ah, the campesinos. The line when the hacendero asks, what did you say your name?
What did you say your name?
Zapata. Emiliano Zapata. They were the bleakest clothes I could imagine. Sleeves turned inside out by humanity's void. And so we read the ancient way of writing on the battered parapets of Quetzalcoatl's temple at Teotihuacan, and in the stony embroidery of Lord Choc's stony poncho further south at Chichen Itza. And the campesinos, being suitors of their lives, they chased the currents of God's tears. Enough.
No, the horse! Get the horse! Kill the horse! Don't let the horse escape! No deje que se escape.
No deje que se escape.
No deje,
No deje que se escape.
El caballo es en la montaña.
In 2005, Brazilian poet-painter Duda Penteado coined the term, "We are you," when he simultaneously created a painting and a poem with that title, which gave rise to the We Are You project. He will be reading his famous We Are You poem.
America, America. At the turn of the millennium, he still cries, he still fights, still ignores, still sounds in the four corners of the earth. America, Madre America. No longer white, blue, and red. A new sound, a new color, a new brushstroke. Yellow, mahogany, purple, scarlet, gold, Latino. No longer only hands or hard labor, but lawyers, judges, doctors, educators, a senator, a governor, a voice shaping a new culture. Latino North America, America Latina, we are you, we are Americans.
He is the founder and the first director of El Museo del Barrio. Plus, his art is included in many museum collections throughout the entire world, including the Museum of Modern Art, the Whitney Museum of American Art, and many, many more. Without any further ado, Rafael Montañez Ortiz.
Okay, just put all your money in the bags and move them forward. Okay, the idea is that first, I have to apologize for being such a tall Puerto Rican. Okay, I'm talking about her and Lazarus, beautiful poetry that's been blasphemed. The statue that once with arm held high lit the way to liberty no longer signals the way. The whirlwinds of politics like a Frankenstein now possess her. With lowered arm and extinguished torch, she wields the tea bag symbol of the tempest that, like the evil genie, beckoned from the teapot. Now drowns out the voice of liberty, a liberty whose golden voice once shouted, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me." Driven by phobic winds, the crowd of frightened and hateful ventriloquist voices now speak for her, shouting, "Punish the illegal immigrants, deport them, punish their families, punish their children, punish their employers, make it so hateful for them, they will not want to come to this land of the brave and home of the free." Okay, your voices will now speak. You have this bag. The action is simple enough. In one voice, we want immigration reform.